And we need to figure out a way for your client-facing team members to reposition themselves away from their traditional titles that are basically people are now sales allergic to, and instead to invite these same prospects, invite these same clients to educational events where they can learn together in such a way that your account executives, your sales development reps, your marketers, your product managers, your channel partnership managers are now no longer seen by those old-fashioned dusty titles, but instead are seen more like teachers, consultants, subject matter experts, trusted advisors, perhaps even thought leaders. This is incredibly important for you to earn your way back in the first 83% of the buyer's journey. So you can have significant surface area in those 28 touch points between complete stranger and purchase decision, especially in the awareness and the consideration stages of the buyer's journey. So how do we know what these educational events should be about? Regardless of whether we're talking about in-person events like breakfast seminars, lunch and learns, mini conferences, or something like that, which could be held right in your own classroom, in your own conference room, in your foyer. Hey, if you have a place in your facility where you can comfortably seat 10, 15, 20 people, this is a fantastic playbook that costs almost nothing to run and can have a massive, massive impact on getting your ideal clients to spend more time with you, learning together, growing together. How do we know what to talk about? Because we do our actual buyer persona research. We study the heck out of their biggest goals and their biggest challenges in their own words. We do surveys, we look at their search and social footprint, we interview them in person, by video, whatever works, but we need to get consensus on their 5, 10, 15 biggest things, biggest topics, biggest goals, biggest challenges that are top of mind, front burner for them right now. And then once we know, let's say, for example, you uncover 6 big goals and 6 big challenges for each of your buyer personas. Let's say, for argument's sake, your primary buyer persona is a CTO of a mid-sized manufacturing or healthcare company, and your secondary buyer persona maybe is the owner of a managed service provider. So we need to know for those 2 different segments, what are the 5 or 6 biggest goals and the 5 or 6 biggest challenges that are top of mind, the consensus for that particular segment. And once we know those 5 or 6 goals, and once we know those 5 or 6 challenges, we have 10 or 12 ideas for what our topic should be once a month, every single month like clockwork for our educational events.